that good?
What good?
Which you just moved,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Hive inspection 1.
This whole thing. Lift it off. Oh yeah, they up there. Wait a minute.
Up where?
They up at the top. Wait. All right, y'all. You can see they are up here. They are up at the top. This is the brood box number 2, and they are up at the top, y'all.
Look at this.
We took that off there, all on the.
Population boom.
It's a population boom. So we may have to split this hive. I have to see if we see any queens in here.
So honey, this is the honey.
Yeah, let me give them a little bit of smoke to calm them down just a little bit more. Because they are getting agitated. Okay. All right. So that's what they were in here doing. They was in here having babies. Okay, so we pull that first frame up. We're gonna do a real quick inspection. And then we have our frame holder here. It attaches to the side of the brood box. All right, it's pulling out that first. Oh, wow. Look at them.
Honey.
Yes, they are filling this with nectar, y'all.
Yeah. So they busy.
Wow.
We're gonna have honey like early.
Yeah, I think we are gonna be. I'm gonna have to look down because this is what happens with. Look at the bees down in there.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Y'all.
Yeah.
So this is great that I just let them sit there for here. Here's your frame holder. That we just let them sit because they did really well. They are everywhere. All right.
So we're gonna move quick. We're gonna pop and we're gonna check for honey because this is a honey super.
That's not a honey super. This is.
I'm sorry. This is the brood chamber. Oh.
Yeah, they're putting nectar.
Oh, nectar. Right.
Nectar
So they putting the nectar here.
Mm-hmm. Look at all of them down there. Look at all of the bees down in there. Oh my gosh.
See?
So cool. Look at them on the frames. Oh.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Keep this going because they're getting upset.
Yes. Smoke. All the nectar.
They gonna do that. See, this is not brood though. So this is not brood. Put that on there. Let's keep going. This is nectar.
Nectar.
So
Right.
that's not necessarily a good thing because, but I know they're like we need to feed all of these.
Right. That's another thing. Yeah.
So just start scooting them over so we can just lift it up. And lift and then.
Yeah, no brood.
Yeah.
On this one.
See the other side. Nope.
Keep this thing back.
The slide.
Yeah.
Crack and slide. Let me see.
Nectar. No brood.
Okay, so you can see where they propolize the side there. And when he cracks here, you'll see there's a seal right here. Watch your finger. Yeah. All right, you can see that there's propolis. And that is the sticky substance that they use. They are just getting all nectar here, y'all.
Yeah, no brood. And this one. Maybe they're using this one for.
We'll see. They're using them though. They're using the equipment. That's what's good. So they are finding nectar. That's not a problem.
Nectar.
So the queen has not yet come to the top. So they're storing for look at all the babies. Look at all the
hatched.
yeah. So they need to. All of these have nectar. They store nectar in almost all of them.
Honey super almost.
Yeah, look down in there. They got propolis everywhere. These guys have been very, very busy. Okay, so we're gonna put these back in the order that we took them out in, and then we're gonna move on to the main brood box, which is down there. So let me get everything together, and then we're gonna move on to the next brood box. That's not where it was. All right.
I thought they said you didn't have to keep them.
They didn't say that. I'm gonna have to sit this here because we're gonna have to put that brood box over there.
But are they?
Look at all these.
I mean, these are the ones that hatch, but or you know,
they're
like
not mating because the queen just lays.
I mean, that's what I mean. I'm saying, but it seems like they using this topper for a honey seeking.
Because I'm sure she's filling these
and
up.
it's like we got plenty of room.
They need,
okay, now that's good.
And then remember, this is an 8-frame hive as well.
Okay, so we're
All right, so he's gonna remove that one. He's gonna take this off, and then he's gonna remove this one. I'm gonna get out the way so we can put it over.
We're gonna sit there
on the other side, right here. All right. Put it right up here. That's why I put this here.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this one down because there's nothing in here, and it don't really matter. Put them right here for now, and then put them up there. See, you got them all on his back. Now, here is the main brood chamber. You see they built comb because there's a big space there. I need to correct that.
Okay.
But you can see them all down there. Look at the one with pollen on her. Right here. Okay, so we're gonna start looking through these next. Okay, so we got to be extra careful with this because we know the queen should be down here. That's the drone comb that they included.
This is wild, man.
Yeah.
How it's so pulverized.
It's all brood. Oh Lord, look at that.
Yeah. Now that's baby.
And that's new.
Yeah.
That is new.
So the queen is laying.
All right. So look at this frame. This is new. Remember when we put this in, this was empty. They built the comb all the way out. And they have, look at this. I think the queen must be over here. So look how they are around. She must be around here somewhere. Let's see the other side. Look at that. They even got drone brood on the ends of the frame. Let me show you some drone brood. Flip it again. Look at that. Yeah. This is a healthy hive. You can see larvae inside. I think the queen is here. She's on this frame, so be extra careful with that one. I know she has to be. Look down in there. She has been laying like a champ. What? Yeah, that is my thing. I don't know why I say what all the time. Now he's gonna break that. I know this is propolised. All right. Now I'm gonna let y'all see when he pull this one out. We can see it together. See him. Look at all them. Now there's pollen. They're storing pollen here, as you can see the colors in there. You can see that. You'll see the other side. The other side, they're storing pollen.
Drone comb.
And that's drone. Yeah.
No queen. Right. Oh, that's a queen cup.
Yeah, that's a queen cup right there.
But it's not
right
filled.
There. All right. So you can, if you want, you can cut that cup off. We can actually take the cup off, or we can leave it because maybe we want to.
If we want to split.
Yeah, I'm sure there are other ones in here though.
Look at all these.
Yeah. Remove that. There you go. So you just remove it like that. And you're just gonna put that back on there. Be extra careful because the queen may be on there. We're not looking for the queen. Remember that.
Well, we don't want to harm her.
But we don't want her hurt in any way. All right. So we're gonna do one more. We're gonna pull one more out. Rock it at that part. You can see the propolis right there. It looks sticky. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah. All right. That's why. So I was like, what's going on? Okay, so we got brood. Let me show y'all. All right, y'all. So we got brood. This is a nice frame here as well. You can see the brood there, cat brood. There's a queen cup here, I see. I'm gonna leave it. There's a couple of them, actually. Let me see. There's one down there. They got a couple of them on here. So this is a hive that we're gonna have to come back and check again next week. So we are gonna have to check this one next week. I'm gonna put this down because I want to make sure that we keeping these in the same order.
That's on the outside of this. Now, when we split,
maybe next week. That's what I was saying. Let me see that one. Okay, flip it. Oh wow.
This is way more than 70%.
It's not at the top though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, but it's close. It's what, it's about 25% at the top.
Nope, it's not at the top at all. They just putting honey.
They
up there.
putting honey. Okay, but see that's yeah.
All right. So as you can see, this queen is very productive. There's some capped honey here on the end caps. He's gonna flip this. You can see that there's a brood here, and I'm sure they're hatching brood because this is probably an older frame because as you can see the honey is capped and
They about their
look
business.
at them. They are doing what they do. These are girls, y'all. Girls they on the job. And then this here is a small hive beetle trap that we put olive oil in. So we're gonna break this propolis seal here. You can see right here the propolis. He's gonna break it. Go on, yeah. Okay, on the other side so we can see. And then you can see that the propolis is broken because you can see it there. He's gonna pull this out. So propolis is supposed to be a very healing
babies. That's a bunch of drone
substance.
cells. They organized too.
You got brood capped. There's I mean,
A lot of babies.
I'm gonna check again, like I said, next week. You can see more capped brood. Look at her with her filled sacks there. This is just so, this is entertaining. This is cool. I think the bee life is just so amazing. Look down in there, yeah. Like they have a whole little system, you know?
Efficient. Efficient ladies.
Right, they are women on the job.
Okay, we're going this one. No, these two.
You can
going
see
in.
honey, they're storing honey here, but we need to get rid of that because that is the bee space and they built this down here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna we'll do that after we check all the frames. So let's go ahead and pull this out first so it don't fall. And it's probably propolized. It was. As you can see, the little propolis frame that is left there, the outline. Now when we pull this one up, you're gonna pull this. You can see his propolis there as well. You're gonna break that. And you just, there you go. All right. Now he's gonna pull this one out with the wonky comb. As you can see, this one got some wonky comb. They are putting this as nectar in there. No, it's just.
That's some honey over here.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see the other side. Yeah, they just on here.
Yeah.
All right. There's the smoker.
So next week we probably ready to split.
This got stuff coming out of it.
I know it's going out. This be ready to split by next week.
Yeah.
Okay. So give them one more week. See, because they using one for a honey stick.
Right.
So what do you do to?
Nothing. They doing it for a reason. You just let them do what they do.
Okay, and then let them put the babies up there.
Eventually she would move up there when she's ready.
Yeah.
And as you can see, she been laying.
Mm-hmm. They just hanging out there. They don't even need this spaceship. Okay, they working this motherfucker in a week, in 2 weeks.
Probably 3.
Yeah, so you leave them alone. Yeah.
Like the hands off the roach.
Okay, so now let's go back here.
All right, so we are going to close this up. So we putting the frames back in the same order. So as you can see, they are all hanging out here. I want to take this off. Get out of my face. I want to take this off. But they are doing so well that I don't want to.
Get out the way.
That was on the end.
Get the wonky comb. This was on the end, this was on there. Okay, but let's get that off.
No, don't. You can just leave the comb for now. Just
this.
leave it. I know, leave it for now because they're all like hanging out on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get it. We'll get it next time. This is just like a really quick to see how they doing check.
All right. Tight fit.
So this is what they be in there doing when it's cooler.
Yeah, working.
And I be worried about them, but they be in here working. All right, so we're gonna close it up. I got bees all in my face. They were upset.
Take a drum trap back
The small hive little trap.
there. Yeah, I'll put this on.
All right, and then we're gonna put back on, remove the. So something that's gonna have to go down in here, like a false frame. So I'm gonna have to get something to put down in
For
there.
that space. Okay,
Yeah, for that space.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna put the second brood chamber back is over here. I'll grab that. You know, so give a little bit of smoke from a, like from a distance though, yeah. And he's gonna put this back on. There you go.
Your thing. Get your thing.
Max is upset. Get him in there. So we're gonna have to let them calm down before Max comes back outside. But we are closing up the hive. They are so upset, and they still not like aggressive. This, yeah. Next time it's gotta be less. We need
You need the wood chip things. Now this go on then, right?
Say what?
This go on next.
Yes.
Even though we don't need it for real. Or should we just put our honeysuckle?
this-
Well, we gotta wait to put the honeysuckle. Okay, then put the top back. Yeah, good. Let it calm down. Okay, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and save the bees.